So no, when you start young, I mean, because you started training at what age?
9.
Right.
9.
Right.
I started at 9. I've been training for 42 years. I noticed the number one talked about product and seller is the Natty Juice.
Is that why you're 300 pounds?
Yes. In less than 4 weeks. How'd you get to 300? Like, awesome. I got the face cream. No, guys, this is for the body. This is for the body.
Not a face cream.
We got volume. We got the boys.
Are we here?
We're here.
All right. Got some product here for us.
I did my pump product before just so I could kind of show the arm.
I can tell.
Arm, jeez. What do you fish island?
What do you weigh today?
299, 22.5-inch arms.
Ridiculous.
And Chris puts his glasses on.
Yeah, hold on. I got to see this.
Hello, sir.
Jeez.
So first day back in the gym. Gold's open today.
Oh, Gold's open today. Yeah.
Back to 4 a.m.
The homeless people or what? How was that scene?
Say it again.
Did they have to like clear a path through all the tents and everything? How was that? How was that scene? It's crazy though, right? I mean, how is that?
Billy wasn't there. Nope. They came in, they cleaned it out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? What they do?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was nice. It was nice. And it was actually not a lot of requirements. Yeah. Make sure you're not sick walking in, get a little temperature, and then get to it.
What time did you get there? I know you're like notoriously early.
Which felt incredible again. Got back to the 4 a.m.s. And dude, I mean, there's nothing. I feel like I Am Legend with Will Smith. Nobody's awake. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm there with my dog driving to the gym, and nobody's awake.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so peaceful, mostly with how ugly the world is right now. It was a nice, peaceful time out of the house, which felt great. And then the workout itself, it just felt great to be back in some pulleys, some heavy stuff, and getting in there with the attitude with everybody. And it was a great crowd.
It's getting warm again, right? Tomorrow's the first day of the summer, if I'm not mistaken. So you got your beautiful Southern California weather. You got Gold's Gym Venice back open.
And you got my house. It's around 67 degrees all the time. So it's nice.
Oh, yeah? You're a cold weather?
Oh.
You're cold?
I'm 300 pounds. Of course I'm cold.
That's true.
I
guess that shows how small I am because I like it warm all the time.
See, you and Mona, because Mona walks around ripped and she's like, I'm freezing. She got a jacket on and everything.
Yeah.
So, well, I always, with the product going and everything like that, I think like Will Ferrell on, Ron Burgundy when he's out of the fight and he's like, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
This escalated quickly.
It did. So, and I kind of figured that would happen with all of your international fame. And as soon as you started, actually yesterday when you put that video up, I noticed a huge response. And I've been talking to distributors from, the Middle East, India, Latin America, and everybody wants you, to make an appearance once we can travel again. So that's going to be really cool. I was talking to my buddy in the Middle East yesterday, and we're looking at possibly a Dubai to Jordan, possibly Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. I think it would be really cool to go to Kuwait and train at Oxygen and do that tour. But I actually got word yesterday while we were going back and forth over text that I won't mention the name yet, but the largest distributor in the Middle East wants to exclusively launch your product for the Middle East. So we've got the partner there. It's if you were to compare it to the US, it would be like the bodybuilding.com of the US for the Middle East. And they're very excited about it. I got them specs today. Sent over the sheets on everything. They have the formulas and we're working with compliance now. So once we get that kind of set up a little bit further down the road, I'll pull you in. We'll have the phone call with the distributor and we'll blow it up. It's going to be huge.
I love this. I love this, man. Like we talked about this a while ago, but now that it's here, and even with the world the way it is, I love that it's blowing up, and the Titans worldwide are like, let's do this. Let's do this. I got messages from Australia, Brazil. Dubai's a fun one.
Yeah.
I mean, Dubai's always fun.
Well, that's where we'll start. We'll go to Dubai, and then we'll make the loop around. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. I know you were there. Last year?
I've been there the last 5 years in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
Get my skiing in, then go down to the beach and ride a camel. You know.
Right.
What a wild city! What a wild
city! Really cool.
No Dubai Muscle Show this year. I think they've canceled it already.
I heard they have canceled the Dubai Muscle Show.
It's going to be a whack year for the nutrition industry.
Yeah.
Everything's on hold.
Everything on hold.
The only thing that's not on hold is Michael Hearn's products, man.
That's right.
Throw that shit out there.
So I noticed one thing. I noticed the #1 talked about product and seller is the Natty Juice.
Everybody loves the Natty Juice. Everybody wants to know what it is. Is it natty? Is that why you're 300 pounds?
Yes. In less than 4 weeks, how'd you get to 300?
Yeah, it's a great pump product. I mean, it's really. I mean, I've been using it and I love it. Pretty, and the taste, the flavoring on
flavoring is really good. No, we're extremely excited about it.
Mike, you know what I've been doing with it?
I
drink corn. I put it in like hot water and drink it.
That's interesting.
Just because, then when you get in the gym, you're already like kind of sweating. Like you're so pumped, it's ridiculous.
I love that. I love
like I'm a full 190 pounds after I take that stuff.
That's a tip for all you young guys.
It's a sexy 190.
It's overwhelming.
So, and I know that we got a lot of questions about the cream because everybody was like, awesome. I got the face cream. No, guys, this is for the body. This is for the body.
Not a face cream. No, do not put this on your face. I think we actually put out didn't we put out some disclaimer type thing? Yeah, I think we put out some type of disclaimer.
Even years ago, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to, because you don't want to put, you definitely don't want to put this on your face.
Yeah, so I'll stop that starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, maybe you do. I mean, if you're doing it, then maybe you do want to do it.
So the one thing I was trying to tell him about is it's that body, and you guys know this. And Chris, you've been up on stage, so you understand that no matter how sliced and how ripped you are, if that skin isn't healthy, especially as we get older.
Yeah, man.
And then I'm trying to, and I continue to try to, when I do my YouTubes or any kind of talking, it's basically me talking to my young self. Mm-hmm. Hey, start it when you're this age. Start it when you're 20, taking care of your skin. Start then, because by the time you're 30, 40, 50, it's healthy. And it seems like it's the hardest thing is to tell any youngster to slow down, take care of things. I mean, I get it that we're all animals. I get you're a freak in the gym. I get that. But there's the other side of it of take your time. And that's one of the things we did with the pump product where there's no stims, to where we get you up enough, but we don't override your whole belief and system. So you don't go into the gym and just go, I'm going to squat 700. What'd you do last week? 200. Calm down. It's enough to get you going, to get enough to fire you up, get you better, but doesn't override you.
Well, the thing with competitors in the skin is, you stay really in good shape a lot. I mean, I'm sure because you're big, you can fluctuate 20 pounds, which on your frame isn't that much, right? But when people do get big and then they do get lean, I mean, your skin, there's no way it can tighten up. If you drop, let's say like a lazy bodybuilder does a 10-week prep, right? Because they're lazy and they don't want to do 16 weeks and really grind it out, right? You lose 25 pounds, 30 pounds. A guy like you who's 300, you could lose 50 pounds, right? In 10 weeks, you're going to have tight skin issues. So, and to your point, if you do it when you're 30, that's one thing. But if you do it when you're 30, 35, 40, 45, that shit eventually isn't going to get tight. That's why you need that help and that preventative care.
It's so smart. It's interesting that bodybuilders didn't figure that earlier on, to get into contest shape and let that skin come, because the skin's always a little behind. It's always a couple weeks behind. And
that's why the guys who get to do it for a living, the Olympia guys, they start in May for a show. But we don't all have the luxury of living that life. Like a lot of people that like to compete say, all right, listen, maybe I can squeeze in 8 weeks, 10 weeks. Other than that, my life will fall apart. My wife will leave me. I'll lose my job, right? So you do that kind of extra hard hit, and sometimes you pay the price. And to your point, if you're not thinking about it while you're young, it only gets harder and worse as you get older.
And that's kind of everything we did. The joints, the joint again. Who's it for?
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep.
Everybody. As long as we can stay healthy, we can keep training, we can keep getting better, we can keep doing things. So the joint sport started, get it going, get it moving.
You got to start it early. I mean, you started, your first competition was 1940?
1940, yeah. It was before WW2. Yeah, then it was off to there. Then I got back in 45, kept going.
Right. No, so no, when you start young, I mean, because you started training at what age?
9.
Right.
9.
Right.
I started at 9. I've been training for 42 years.
It's unbelievable.
One of the things is, how much can you train and put the least amount of mileage on your body?
Right.
And I try to talk to these kids about this, and I know that I don't want to pull you back. I don't want to do that to you when you're in your 20s and you're trying for the combines, or you're trying for the NBA, or any kind of sport, and wrestling, whatever, jiu-jitsu. I don't want to pull you back from overtraining, but I also want you to be smart enough to understand that sooner or later, the joints and tendons and the cartilage kind of runs out. And what you want to do is keep training as hard as you possibly can with the least amount of mileage, and get better. And so the one thing, I've always taken care of the joints. That was the number one thing. I don't know why it was that I was smart enough at a young age to realize if I can outlast everybody and stay healthy, I can do this for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one thing is, and it's funny, I talked about something else, and I'll go into that next, but it's the concept of get into the gym, do the least amount of work, still get better, still stay healthy, make sure the stuff that are inside is getting healthier too. So the concept of, it's a pretty car, bad engine.
Right.
And that's a lot of, that's a lot of athletes.